Hello guys, it's Murigo again here, bringing you some third-person slasher-based turret sort of destruction, which is on the game Dungeon Defenders, which is an Xbox Live and Steam arcade game. Very fun, very fast-paced, and it has 4-player online, and I'm pretty much using it to fill the void until Halo Anniversary comes out. So, yeah, first thoughts of it. Oh, I was a low rank at recording this, so if I get things wrong, please don't blame me, and if you know about the game, please would you correct it. But basically, I'm finding it very fun. It's definitely a game which I think it's worth the £10 you spent, and it almost seems that the developers of the game have put in some hard work into it, and have actually, they've definitely considered what people have said, and you can almost tell that it's what people have definitely wanted and not what their capabilities can do. Now it's really fun. It's got a few unique features which I think are actually better than most, well, not most, but some mainstream games. For a start, it's an arcade game with online, and online in most games nowadays is almost a need or a must, really. But yeah, so that's a good thing. But also, as I'm led to believe, on Call of Duty you can only have 24 zombies on the screen at once. Now, as a rough guess of what you can have in this game running at once, as a rough estimation, we'd have to say near about the 50 to 60 mark, maybe a bit more than that, because there are a hell of a lot of enemies that come at you, and basically when you get to high levels, the only way that these enemies are really going to kill you is through sheer numbers. I mean, there are better ones than the one I'm killing at the moment, but it is sheer numbers which really do take you down. Now, you can tell that I'm playing as a monk. I have a giant staff. And the whole point of this is that I have to build the fences and reinforce them and defend them with my staff and magic and whatever I can do to stop them destroying the crystal, which is just here now. If it has quite a lot of hit points, but if they destroy that crystal, I lose the game, and generally, yeah, I have to restart. Now, in each wave, there are two phases: build phase and combat phase. In the build phase, obviously, that's quite self-explanatory. You have to build turrets, and auras is what the monk can do, ballistas, basically anything that your character can do, fire traps, bombs, anything. Well, if you can build it, put it down, and that you've got to try and defend the routes there. Then you have to go on the ground and basically hack through horde after horde of enemies. But it's more than a game of that, because there are 70 levels in this game, and the levels are boringly long to rank up on. And I say boringly in a jokingly fashion because it's quite fun almost to try and get to a level 70 character. It's going to be very difficult, and the time recording this I'm on level 13, but at the moment I'm on level 24, and get rank up it's like 25,000 XP, and you only get 1 XP for killing the basic ones, so it's really difficult. You have to kill lots of enemies, and unless you go on harder game types, it's different, but it's really fun. And they've already said there's going to be DLC out, because this game's been out about a week now, and there's already been proposed DLC announced, so that'll be fun. But yeah, so if you don't really know about the game, I might lose you at this point, but see this map here, the real-time map is a very unique feature that I think, because I don't really know any other games which install a real-time map which tells you where you're in such a game, where it tells where you are, your teammates are, and your enemies are in such a vast scale with non-playable characters, which is actually probably more detailed than a UAV is on COD or something like that. And it tells you which direction they're moving and everything like that. So it's basically a really good little unique feature, which I wouldn't have expected from this game, and I only found out once I bought the game. So it's things like that which I said make this game feel good. Also, you have to upgrade things like turrets and defences. You don't just put them down and leave them. You have to upgrade them and maintain them. They can break. It's one of these games where it really seems like it's been a strategy developed game where they've gone, we need to add a little bit extra into this, so they put in the third-person guy in, and it's actually worked rather perfectly. You have a limit to how many things you can build, but also you have to use mana, and mana is the equivalent of currency, because you get to upgrade your person and upgrade weapons. So you need mana or money to basically build things in-game, and also any spare mana you had or any spare weapon mana you get from selling weapons, you use that to basically upgrade weapons you have and upgrade abilities on your character, which is really, really fun. And challenging, I may just add. Now, I'm going to talk about DLC now quickly, because that's been announced. and it basically there's been 2 which have been announced. It's going to be Barbarian and a Jester, because it's all sort of castle-y medieval times. I don't really know what basically you'd have as a weapon. But if you played this game, what do you think a Barbarian or a Jester would be? That would be my question for this sort of video, because I tend to ask questions a lot now, and I like hearing responses, because as I say every time, I do tend to ramble. So yeah, what do you think a Barbarian or a Jester? What weapons or traps they could have, or you know, what they look like, if you think about that. But yeah, basically, I have little more to really say about this, because I don't really know too much about it. However, it seems like one of them games which is really fun now, and it is really addictive, but I can tell when the mainstream games come out, like COD and Halo and all things like that, that this game might get swept under the carpet, which is a bad thing, because it really is a good game. It really is worth it, but it's just, I can tell that some of my friends, which are really are addicted to things like COD and Halo and stuff like that, will just, you know, leave this game behind. I mean, I know it's an arcade game and you basically pay £10 for it, and it's meant to be just fun and snappy and quick, but this game seems like they've tried to make it so it's have some sort of replay value. Like, even on the lowest difficulty, it's quite difficult, and it's really fun. But like I said, what do you think? Will this game be swept under the rug when the bigger ones come out? And also, what do you think a Jester and Barbarian would use as their traps or weapons and whatnot? But yeah, if I've got anything wrong, please do correct me. I do tend to get things wrong quite a lot. People have to go at me for that. But I like to view it as constructive criticism. They like to think they're being right, so everybody wins. So yeah, probably not going to do many more videos until Halo comes out, but I'll probably try and do a few. I'm SuperMerigo, thanks for watching, and as always, I love you.